I'm going to show you some of the MIDI power and capabilities of the Friedman IRX. You do not need to use MIDI at all in order to use the IRX, but it does expand its capabilities if you're using other MIDI devices. I'm going to show you a routing diagram that I have right here so you could refer back to it if you ever have a question of how this is working. I have an inexpensive and really easy to use MIDI foot controller, as well as a super powerful MIDI capable reverb pedal. To prepare the IRX for MIDI, I'm going to set the channel input of the MIDI so it receives channel 1, since I'm using 2 devices here. Now I have created 4 different programs that I've saved into the program preset slots. What is assignable to the MIDI is your channel, the boost function, your IR, the power amp settings, whether that's presence or thump, as well as the effects loop bypass and your IR bypass. You can't change gain, EQ, or the tight or bright settings because those are part of the high voltage preamp setting, the analog section. For program 1, I just want a simple clean sound. I'm using the 6402 IR. The effects loop is engaged, and I could save that. So once everything is set on the IRX, I could push and hold the boost button, which will save that. Or you can go up here in the IRX editor and click store. That will also save that to your IRX. Now I've done this for 4 settings to correspond with the 4 foot switches here. I'm going to run you through that real quick and I'll show you what each one is doing. This is my basic kind of plexi style clean sound. Now when I have preset 1 selected, everything stayed the same there, and it's brought in my reverb. Preset 2 brings in a new reverb, but it also activates the boost. For my 3rd preset, I went to channel 2 with the boost. I wanted a big crunch sound. I switched the IR to this beefy 1980B cab. I also added additional presence because I wanted that to really cut. And that sounds like this. Channel 4 is a nice gainy lead sound. It's not over the top, so I took the boost out. I went back to the 6402 IR cabinet and reactivated the effects loop. That's it. It's super simple, incredibly powerful, and it sounds amazing with the knobs almost straight up and down.